You wake before dawn in Babylon, with tallow lamps still sour in the room, and yesterday's clay dried pale along your thumb. Before the market gates open, your work already waits. You are a tablet scribe in the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, and names depend on your hand. The alley outside your mud brick house holds the night's cool a little longer. A donkey snorts somewhere near the courtyard wall. The terraces and high walls of Great Babylon rise in layers of shadow, and the temple quarter sits ahead of you like a place that never truly sleeps. You wash with a little poured water from a jar and tie your wool garment close, while the cold of pre-dawn wind moves through the doorway. Your reed stylus case hangs from a peg. Beside it sits a lump of wrapped clay, damp beneath cloth, saved from yesterday for practice signs. As you step into the lane, the river's slow current reaches you before the water itself. The Euphrates carries reed boats, mud, and the smell of banks trampled by men and beasts. Porters pass with baskets on their backs. A baker's oven already glows in a side court. At the archive room, you kneel by a trough and work fresh clay with both hands until it yields. Grit presses against your palms. You roll one piece into a neat tablet, flatten its face, square the edges, and set it on a board beside a cord, ceilings, and the cut reed stylus. Your first signs are simple: barley, oil, dates. One temple servant speaks the count, while you press wedges in careful rows, turning the stylus for each angle. Another watches the baskets unloaded in the court. The clay gives softly, then resists. Every mark must sit clean and certain. When the overseer brings an older tablet for copying, you hold the weight of a clay tablet like a stone with a memory inside it. The old surface is baked hard from years of heat. You read the wedges with your fingertip and eyes together, then set the new account beneath it. By full morning, the scribes read scratches, presses, lifts and turns in a rhythm that fills the chamber. Apprentices murmur signs under their breath. A jar of water keeps the clay workable. You trim a stylus tip with a small knife and test the wedge on a scrap lump before continuing. The master's eye finds errors before your own does. He says little. That is worse. When your line for sesame runs too close to the margin, his finger rests beside it, and you feel heat rise under your skin, though the room is still shaded from the sun. A merchant from the quay arrives with sealed jars and 2 witnesses. Copper clinks faintly from a weighed payment. He wants the count entered quickly, before another duty takes him away. You press the figures, list the jars, name the men present, and leave space for the cylinder seal to roll. The priest's silence can hold a whole room still. He enters to check the offerings account for Marduk's house.
His hem, brushing dust from the floor. You read the lines aloud in a low voice. If 1 goat or 1 measure of flour is missing, the fault settles first on your tablet. Near midday, when the sun whitens the court, the empty grain jar troubles you more than hunger itself. A bad harvest, written wrongly, can become a debt. A debt written cleanly still bites. You know which workers wait at ration time with children behind their doors. Then a runner arrives from the granary gate, sweating through his tunic, carrying a broken ceiling in his palm. 1 delivery count does not match the tablets already stored. The overseer calls your name at once. All morning steady order tightens. You clear space on the mat. The broken lump of clay bears a seal scarred at the edge. 1 witness swears the sacks were 30. Another says 28. The river's slow current sounds far away now, beyond walls and shouting. You bring out the earlier receipt.
Soften fresh clay and prepare to compare every wedge. In the court, laborers kneel beside open sacks while grain is measured again into baskets. Dust clings to your lips. The tax collector's wax tablet is only rumor here, but official reckoning is not. You mark each tally as the measure is lifted, leveled, emptied, and counted a second time. At last you find it. An apprentice pressed the sign for 10 with a blurred corner, and the overseer read it too quickly in the half-light. Relief does not loosen you yet. The correction must be entered properly, witnessed properly, sealed properly, or the mistake will keep breathing. The afternoon leans hot against the archive walls. Cedar smoke from a nearby brazier drifts in where seal cords are singed and dried. You recopy the disputed line onto a clean tablet. Add the names of all present and watch each man press nail or seal into the damp surface. Work resumes, slower now. Your shoulders ache. A widow from a side street comes to register a small field lease in her dead husband's name, and you steady your voice while she speaks. The stylus enters clay with measured force. Boundaries, neighbors, date palms, water rights. Nothing can be left floating. Later, you climb the stair to an upper room where finished tablets rest on shelves by year and subject. The unanswered name haunts every archive. Lose one contract, and two brothers may fight before judges. You place today's pieces carefully among others, each small block carrying future quarrels. As the light lowers, you carry selected tablets to the drying court. The sun's last heat still rises from brick beneath your sandals. Apprentices turn older pieces so they harden evenly. A crow on the threshing floor beyond the wall gives one rough cry. Then the evening settles around it. When the gate shadows stretch long, you rinse clay from your hands and share bread, dates, and a little onion with two younger scribes. Fish gut from the river quarter drifts faintly on the air. No one speaks of the grain dispute at first. Chewing is enough. After the meal, you stop in a shrine court where a small lamp burns before Marduk and Nabu, lord of the stylus. Frankincense threads upward in the warm dusk. You touch your fingers to your lips, then to your chest, and ask that your hands stay steady tomorrow. Night gathers over Babylon in layers of dust blue shadow. From a rooftop, you can see the dark bulk of temple towers and a few lamps moving below like low stars in alleys. Linen against the back feels cooler now. Your stylus case rests beside you, light and dangerous. Before sleep, you turn a small practice tablet in your hand and feel the edges beginning to dry. One wrong wedge troubled a whole court today. One clear mark eased it. Could you have survived this job? Be honest. Which detail would have broken you first?